Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. Today I am going to, not that this isn't pretty enough, but go ahead and set up my wellness, fitness kind of nutrition tracker for next week. So come along with me. I do not do too many decorative things because I write quite a bit on this planner. As you can see, as I flip through the last couple of weeks, I use it very, I don't know, I just don't have enough room to spare, but I've gotten the hang of it. So today I'm going to take you along with a little bit of decoration, setting it up so I don't have to set it up by day, as you can see is what I'm doing right now, and just being very intentional about my wellness. So let's get going. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is set up the way that I track my eating. Okay, so the first thing that I do is I track, I'm going to set up my nutrition tracking. So I follow Beachbody and the Ultimate Portion Fix, and it has been really successful for me and something maintainable. So I want to set my day up for success, actually my week up for success. So I'm going to set that up first because I want to make sure I have enough room for the things that I know I'm tracking every single day. And if you could tell on the previous weeks, I write quite a bit just so I can always go back and make sure that I know what I went through that day, or whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. So I am allowed, on the plan, I am allowed 6 servings of, or I should say it's suggested, 6 servings of vegetables, 4 servings of fruit, 6 servings of protein, 4 servings of carbs, a serving of high fat, a serving of seeds and dressings, and 6 teaspoons. So just so you know, this is the plan for where I'm at, and taking into consideration that I'm still nursing my baby and all that kind of stuff. So if you are doing this or not, you would have to figure out your own plan. But the reason I like using this is because there's these little boxes for the grid, and I can just put my check mark in there once I have used or taken in, a serving of veggies and so on. So I just count out 6 of the boxes and I create a line. It doesn't take me that long to do that. I do it for each day, and then each day I can just check it off. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that for the rest of these, and then I'll show you how I set up my actual tracking of what I eat that day. Okay, so we're all set up with my tracking of my portions and veggies and stuff like that. So next thing I do is I make sure that I have a spot for each of my meals. So I do breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, and dinner. And I just do that for each box. I'm sure there's some, cute stickers for this, but I really just like keeping it pretty simple since I write so much on this page. Maybe in the future I'll find some stickers I like to use, but for now I'm good with it this way. Kind of keeps it low-key and calm, having the same color schemes. And I like using my erasable pen in case I don't write something, the way that I want to. That didn't really come through. Okay, and then just to prep for the week before that, I basically, usually I will go through and I will plan my workouts. Now, right now, I cannot work out very hard because I'm having back issues. So what I definitely do here when I can't plan my workouts and actually follow my harder workout plans is I kind of set myself up for walks. So I have like a little check mark there, or a space for a check mark, so that way I know that it's in my head that I need to take at least one walk a day. If I can do more than one walk a day right now, that would be great. It's hard with working with kids' naps, but trying to get that walk in. Otherwise, I just kind of write down how I'm feeling with my movement, because I know I'm going to be moving around the house and whatnot. Or if I'm going to be doing any exercises, I try to write down the exercises that I'm doing for my back at this time. Okay, so now I'm just kind of going to go through and see if there's any stickers to decorate this with, and it'll be ready for next week. If you're curious what I write up in here, I actually do write my intention for the day, whether it's mental, physical, or just being present. It kind of goes with my goals. And some of my goals are actually, sometimes I like to write them up top. So as I decorate the spread, I'll probably do that. But some of my goals are just being present. So for example, the night before or the morning of, I will write down what I intend, how I intend to be intentional that day. So for example, I might say spend the morning with my kids instead of, you know, doing some work and being on the computer and stuff like that. So, and then down here, I usually don't necessarily follow the prompt here, although I love having the prompt because it kind of gives me an idea if I don't have anything to write. But with my back issues right now, what I usually do will just write how I'm feeling that day, or what I was grateful for that happened that day. What stood out to me that day? What did I notice that was special? Like, for example, when my son chooses to cuddle with me on the couch at night before we go upstairs for bed, stuff like that. What I really just kind of noticed, and sort of connecting it to my intentions. So I realized that I didn't explain very much about how I fill out the nutrition portion and track at the bottom. So basically, whatever I eat for breakfast that day, I will end up taking the information for breakfast. Like, for example, my typical breakfast is scrambled eggs, almond butter, honey toast, and some fruit. So for my scrambled eggs, I would put a check mark under the protein section. For my fruit, I would put a check mark under the fruit portion. And for my almond butter honey toast, I would put a check mark under the carb portion, as well as the teaspoon portion for honey and a teaspoon portion for my almond butter. And as I go throughout the day and eat my meals, every time I log my meal, I put check marks down at the bottom as to what portion and type of food they were. And honestly, this works really, really well for me. I love it. It helps me stay accountable and keeps me tracking it. And I would just totally recommend doing something like this if you're on a similar plan, or even if you're not on that kind of plan. Just having the grids at the bottom is really helpful for tracking. Otherwise, I just made this a super simple spreadsheet with a little bit of yellow. I guess I was feeling yellow today, and just putting my goals at the top as reminders. So again, I would just definitely recommend keeping a wellness tracker. You will find that you probably would be able to track way more than you ever thought. And I'm so excited to go to my wellness tracker every day. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this video of me showing you how I track my food and nutrition and fitness and all of that, and that it inspires you. Let me know how you guys track yours. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys for the next one.